Hello and welcome to First Year Experience 101. My name is Jessie Blackburn and I'm going to be your instructor for this course this semester, and I am super excited to meet each of you. I know we're in an online class, but I really look forward to interacting with you through Canvas discussion boards and through email communication so I can get to know each and every one of you and what your goals are here at Lincoln Land so I can kind of help you start that educational journey. And I'm so excited about the information you're going to learn in this class. I promise you this is going to be a life-changing course in terms of the material that we learn. And of course, the focus of the course is you and kind of how to grow as both a person and a student. So I'm super excited that you chose to take this class and look forward to getting to know you more as the semester goes. One of the first things I always do is create a short course overview video because I think it helps you as a student to kind of see me and be able to talk through how the course is laid out and to make sure that you understand the expectations and the organization. This is going to be a short overview. I'm just going to kind of quickly go through everything. So please do not hesitate to email me or text me if you have additional questions or something that did not make sense. And I will show you within here where my contact information is as well. So hopefully you know how to get to Canvas. For any courses that you're taking, specifically if they're online, they're going to be located in Canvas. Even for some of your face-to-face classes, your instructors still may use Canvas to post information, to post your grades. So for online courses, for sure, you should see them in Canvas. If they're in person, you'll just have to ask your instructor, or they may tell you within their syllabus if they're going to use Canvas. So if you do not know how to get there, the easiest way is just to go to our website, which is www.llcc.edu. And then when you get to the website, on the very top, there's going to be a tab that says Info For, and you're going to scroll down to Current Students because obviously you're a current student. And then when you click on that, there's going to be several great quick link resources for you that you can click into that you need as a student. And one of those is going to be Canvas. So once you click into Canvas and you're on the main page, that's where you'll see the classes that you have that are using Canvas. So under published courses for that particular semester, you will see all of your courses listed. Once you choose FYE 101, this is what you should see. So this is the home page for our particular course. The menu tree over here that's in black, this is the main menu tree for Canvas. And so this will be the same for all of you. And you can click into here to get back to your home page for Canvas. And then there's some other tools and resources that you can use. But this menu tree right here in the white, right under where it says Spring 2022, this is for our menu tree specifically for FYE 101. I always tell students, don't panic if these options over here may look a little different than other classes. Different instructors use different links in their course. So if you have a different online class, you may have additional links over here. Maybe some of the ones I have listed you don't have in other classes, and that's perfectly fine. Different instructors use different options over here. So you'll just have to get comfortable with each of your classes and kind of make sure you're familiar with what each instructor is using. So for our class, these are our options. The first one is home. If you click on it, you're going to be on this page that you're on right now. This message never changes. This will be the same the entire semester. So if you scroll down, you see that I just gave you a brief welcome with some information about myself and kind of my role here at Lincoln Land. In addition to being an adjunct instructor and teaching part-time, I'm also the director at the Litchfield campus for the college. So that is my full-time position there. And then I also teach. So I just gave you some information about myself. And then the very bottom has some navigation tools for you for the course and for Canvas. The first one is course announcements, which we're going to talk about that next. But either of these are going to get you to the same place. So you can click down here or you can click right here, and that's going to take you to the announcements page. The next one is course question and answer. This is a discussion board thread that is specifically left open for students to be able to post questions throughout the entire semester. So if you have a question for me, or if you have a question that you just in general need to know and maybe think another student could help you, you could post the question here, and then we all have access to read it and we could answer it. I will say if you have direct questions for me, typically sending an email or a text message is a better option because I see those quicker. But definitely if you just have a general question that you think another classmate might be able to help you, this is a great option. The third tab is course resources. This will link you to any additional resources that we have for the class outside of the textbook that we're using. So if there's anything else that I want to include for you to be able to have access to, that will be there. The next tab is learning modules. Again, you will see this over here on the left-hand side too. This is the exact same thing, just two different ways that you can get into it. This is where the bulk of your course is going to be. Everything that you need to know and everything, all the material you need to access and assignments you need to complete are going to be under modules. What a module means is that this is just a set time frame that you have to complete the work. So my class is set up as modules. Not all classes are. So again, you'll have to kind of figure out for each class how it's going to be organized. But mine is organized into either 1 week or 2 week modules, which means within that 1 week or 2 week time frame, you have that entire time to complete the work for that particular unit for that chapter. And I will provide you a student to-do list that very clearly outlines what you need to have accomplished, but there's not going to be a bunch of individual due dates. So you're not going to have one thing that has to post on Monday and one that has to post on Wednesday. You're going to have that full week or that full 2 weeks, and then you set your own schedule within that on what days you want to log in and complete the work. And we'll talk a little bit more about that within the class too, of kind of some best strategies for that to make sure you have a good time management plan. But this is where all of your information is going to be that you need for the course. The last two navigation tabs on the end, this is college resources. So if you click into this, this will take you directly to like our library and some other resources that you might need. And then the last tab is our Canvas student support. I can help you with some basic questions within Canvas if you're struggling of how to navigate or find things. But definitely if you have any technical issues or something is not working, you'll need to reach out specifically to Canvas student support. This is also a great tool when it comes time to upload assignments, or if you're trying to attach a picture, or any of those types of things, or let's say you're trying to access a video and it's not working properly. This student support guide will really help you kind of try to figure that out on your own. And then if it still doesn't work, then they have a support number that you can call and talk to someone as well. And you will notice right above this, it also gives you the option if you're on your phone and you need some support specifically for a mobile device, you can click this as well. So again, this is the home page. This stays the same throughout the entire semester, so you'll always have access to those navigation at the bottom. The next tab that we will use frequently is our announcements tab. And so when you click into announcements, this is where any announcements that I post for the course is going to be located. And then once they're posted, they stay open. So you can go back and click into old announcements for information that you might have forgotten or you need to review. I post at least one announcement every day of the semester. Sometimes there's more than one, depending on what we have going on, but for sure there is always one announcement per day. And I tell students this is really important because this is how I communicate with you. This is where I give you a reminder of due dates. This is, if something has changed within the module, maybe something has come up and we have to make some changes. This is where I post it. So it's really, really important that you're checking the announcements. Typically, students will also receive an email if I post an announcement. So that is a feature within Canvas that it will send you an email telling you that an announcement has been posted. Sometimes you can read the full announcement in your email, but I always encourage you, if you get that email notification that tells you you have an announcement, that as soon as you can, log into Canvas directly and come to the announcements tab and click on the announcement for that day so that you're sure you're getting the full thing. Because sometimes in the email, there might be a video I attached or a picture or a graphic, and those don't always come through the email. It's only going to be in the direct announcement. So you'll see right now there's only one announcement posted. This is my welcome announcement. Again, this just has some general information in here for you, kind of gives you some tips for how to start out the semester, and then has some contact information for me and for the help desk if you have any technical problems. So this is the first announcement that's in here, but as we get started, again, there will be one announcement every single day posted in here. The third tab is your syllabus tab. And hopefully, again, from new student orientation or maybe already meeting with your student success coach, you're familiar with the college term syllabus. What a syllabus is an important course document that gives you a map. It's kind of an overview or a map of the course. What are you going to be learning? What are the learning objectives? What textbook are you going to be using? Is there any other technology or resources you need? It's going to provide the instructor's contact information. It's also then going to outline for you what assignments are you going to need to complete, what assessments will you be responsible for, which is different tests or quizzes. It's going to include a grading information for you and the grading scale, and then also just some general information, some college policies, and individual instructor policies, especially for your classes face-to-face. So if they have a specific attendance policy or things like that, that will all be listed in the syllabus. So this document is really important that you read through this for all of your classes right away within day one or day two of your classes, so that you're very clear on what are the expectations and what am I going to be responsible for doing. So for this class, you can click this link and it'll provide you directly to that link for our syllabus, and then you can also download that and print it if you prefer to have a printed copy. The next tab is the most important one. This is the one I was referring to that all of your information is going to be in. So when you click into modules, this is going to take you into this page. This is where you will be the majority of this class, because this is where everything is posted that you need. Some modules will always be open so that you have access to that information the entire semester. And then other modules are only going to be open for the specific window of time that you're doing the work. So one of the example modules that's always going to be open is this welcome module. So in week one, you're going to be going through all the material in this first welcome module, which is, there's not any assignments posted for this. This is just information for you. So it has a course overview. It has my instructor information. It has this video posted so you can watch it as many times as you need it, and just has some other, important information here. So this welcome module will always stay open so that you can go back and refer to it. In this About Your Instructor tab, I just want to click into it for a minute so I can show you. This is where my information is going to be located of how to get a hold of me. Like I told you, I do work at the Litchfield Center as the director. So oftentimes it may be difficult to get a hold of me during the workday by phone. I do give you my direct line, but if I don't answer, that probably just means I'm with another student or I may be in a meeting. So you can always leave me a message at that voicemail, or you can call our front desk and leave a message for me. And then as soon as I get that, I will respond. The best way to communicate with me probably is through email or this texting number, because I immediately see those come through, and as soon as I have a minute, I will respond to you. I always tell students kind of a rule of thumb for communication with instructors is the 24-hour rule. So it's really important, as kind of a part of being respectful and understanding college expectations, is that many of your instructors are teaching multiple classes. Some of them also, like myself, have additional roles at the college. And so I know sometimes you really need that answer, or you're really trying to get a hold of them, or you might be stuck on an assignment. But once you've given the initial communication, and it's okay to do that a couple of ways, initially if you want to email and call, but once you've got that initial communication, then, wait that 24 hours for that instructor to have time to see your communication and then to respond. And then I always say, if it's been longer than 24 hours and you still don't have a response, definitely for myself, I can't speak for all instructors, but definitely for myself, after that 24-hour mark, please reach out to me again, because I tried very hard to make sure it doesn't happen, but every once in a while, I might have just overlooked your email, or I might not have seen it. And so I definitely want you to reach out to me again and say, hey, I have a question, and it's been, a day or two and you have not responded to me. But definitely do not expect, I try very hard to be super quick with my communications back to students, but for all of your classes and all of your instructors, just be aware that, it's not always an instant message kind of situation where you're going to reach out and instantly get that response back, because we are teaching other classes and have other things going on, but we all do our best to communicate as quickly as possible because we know that sometimes, you need that information to be able to continue on. So this is showing you where my information specifically is at. So I'm going to go back into the modules again, just so I can get back to that main page that we were talking about. So that's the welcome module. That's always going to stay up for you. And then module 1, which starts when the course starts, is listed here for you. And depending on what semester we're in, will be the dates specific to that semester. So you can see the dates specific for the current semester, but that changes depending on what semester what semester you're taking this class in. But you'll have the module. It's going to have everything listed for you: your learning outcomes, a student to-do list that I talked about that's going to tell you exactly what you need to do, and then anything that you need to do for module 1 is all going to be right here in module 1. So that should be very easy for you to just click through each thing and be able to complete your assignments. You will see that I've included the course syllabus here as well, so you have another place to access it. And then this course schedule is going to be really important because this is going to show you which modules are 1 week in length and which modules are 2 weeks in length. So you're definitely going to want to pull up this schedule and either save it to your desktop or print it, because it's going to show you, what the due dates are so you can make sure that you get your work all done within that module on time. And then it's also going to have additional due dates because we do have a midterm quiz, we have a final project, and then we have some student engagement opportunities, which we'll talk about in just a minute. So that's going to have all of those due dates on there for you. Okay, so you will see that there's not additional modules for later in the semester yet because I don't want to overwhelm you. So I only open one module at a time. And again, you're just going to pay attention to your course schedule to see, do you have 1 week or do you have 2 weeks to get everything completed within that module. There are 2 more modules that are going to stay open all the time for you. The first one is this Cengage module. So this is a module that has all the information in it that you need for your Cengage account and for your MindTap. Hopefully you've already ordered the textbook for this course at this point, but if you haven't, when you order it, you're going to see that on our bookstore, the required book is actually an e-textbook. It's an online textbook. And with that online textbook, it comes a code. It usually comes on like a hard piece of like cardstock that's wrapped in the packaging, so make sure you don't throw it away. But that code is for you to be able to go onto the Cengage website, create an account, and then register that code, which is going to give you access to that e-textbook, and then also is going to give you the access you need to complete your MindTap homework. Every module, you're going to have a couple of short MindTap assignments to complete. These go along with the chapter, go along with the subject that we're learning, and I have it open that you can do them multiple times. So you have several attempts to complete these, but you have to have access. You have to be registered to get to them. I do not provide those homework assignments in any other format. So it's really important that you get registered. Once you have that code, this is where you come. You come to the Cengage module and you click right here where it says click here to access MindTap and register the code. That's going to take you out to the Cengage website. You're going to create an account if you don't already have one. Now, I will tell you, if you've had another class that you've used Cengage for, you might already have an account. You might have already created a username and password, and you should be able to use that same username and password to sign in. But then you will need to register your specific code for my class so that you have access to that. But if you have never used Cengage for anything, if you're thinking, I have no idea what you're talking about, then you probably will have to create a new account and then you will use that code. Now, you probably noticed in your on the bookstore for textbooks that the required textbook was the ebook and the code, but then the alternative was you could also purchase a print textbook if you wanted. I know sometimes students just prefer the hard copy, like the actual printed pages that they can flip through and read, and that is perfectly fine. I understand that if that's your preference, but you are going to have to make sure that you still get that MindTap code, because if you do not get the code to be able to register, you will not be able to do the MindTap homework. So it's okay if you don't want to use the ebook, if you don't want to use the book online, if you want to get that hard copy book, that's fine, but you still have to have that Cengage MindTap code to be able to register. Okay, so this module has everything in here that you need. There's an instructional video that walks you through the process of how to get registered if you're struggling. There's also like printed instructions if you just want instructions to be able to look at. If you're having trouble with your pop-up blockers, this explains what to do for that. And then they have a technical support link. So if you get stuck, or if it's it's not working, if you're getting an error message when you're trying to register, you can go to this technical support link and they will be able to help you. Cengage is a third-party publisher. I do not have access to be able to fix things on my end, and that goes for me too. If I have issues when I'm trying to post assignments, I can't get it to work, I will have to reach out to technical support as well. So just be aware that I can't fix that for you. If you're struggling with the registration, please watch this video first. Please go through these instructions first, and then if you still can't get it, click into this technical support link so you can get someone to help you to get that registered. You have until module 2 starts. So not the first week of the semester, but the second week of the semester is when we will start using the textbook. So I always build in an extra week for you to have the chance to get the book, because I know some of you might still be waiting to get the book and to get the code. And then that gives you some extra time on your own to get in here and to watch the instructions and know what to do so you can click in and link your code. As soon as your code is linked, then you should not have to enter that code anymore. Every time that you log into Cengage, my class should be there for you to be able to access. Okay, so this module will always be up for you. So that you can click into it when you're ready to get that code registered. And then along the way, if you ever have any issues, if MindTap's not working, they have a website here you can click to see if it's just down. So this is a good resource for you. The other module that's always going to be open is the Student Engagement Opportunities module. One of the things that you will do as a requirement of this class is to do some engagement opportunities. And I know this is an online course, so sometimes students say, well, how am I supposed to engage when I'm in an online class? But many of these opportunities are available online that you can do virtually. You can do on your own time with somebody within your own community. So it's not necessarily that you'll have to come onto the campus if you don't want to do that. Now, definitely if you're at any of our campus locations, if you are taking any in-person classes, there will be plenty of in-person opportunities for engagement as well. So you can kind of pick and choose if you want to do something in person or if you only want to do online options. But it's been proven that the more students can be engaged with their college, the more connected they feel, the more successful they are at that particular college or university. So it's really important to me to help you learn what are those opportunities? How can I get engaged, especially if I am completely an online student? Where else can I look, to be able to meet other students and to learn about the resources within the college? So you will have to complete 3 engagement opportunities for this class. They are spread out over the semester, so don't panic that you have to do them all at once. You don't. They're spread out through the semester, and you have lots of different choices of things that you can do. Everything you need for that is right here in this module. So all the different handouts for the different engagement opportunities are right here. And then I have a video that you will actually watch. I think you saw it up here in module 1. You will watch this video and it explains it step by step of what this is. What is this assignment? Where do you need to go? What do you need to do? And so you can watch the video. And if you still have any questions for me, please let me know. Your first engagement opportunity will not be due right away because I know you need some time to get adjusted to the new semester and to get a good time management plan in place. And so you have plenty of time until that first opportunity is due. I would just encourage you to start looking for options right now of things that are on the list that you can do, and make sure you're watching that video. So then if you see any emails or texts saying, hey, there's a workshop, coming, you could go ahead and attend it if you wanted to, and then you would be able to use that for your first turn in. So please make sure you're watching that video. And then if you ever need the particular handout or form that you're going to need to complete once you've done that is always going to be right here in this module. So again, I know right now that might seem confusing. You're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I haven't even looked at the student engagement yet. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I just want to make sure you know that this is under that modules tab. So if you need student engagement stuff, go to modules. And then same thing for Cengage. If you need, to be able to register your Cengage account, you can go to modules. And then as we go throughout the semester, this is where each module that you're completing is going to be located as well. Okay. Then under that is discussions. And so this is what I was talking about, that for each module, you're going to be communicating with each other. This is a way that we can still communicate with each other online. So you will see right here in module 1, your discussion board is just introducing yourself. So you're going to tell a little bit about yourself. You're going to post a picture. I've included my own on there so you can get to know me a little bit. And so each module, you're going to have one discussion board where you're going to interact with each other, and you're going to post your own comment, and then you'll also post some replies to your classmates. So you'll have direct links in each module to get to that. But if you ever just want to go to the discussion board to look at it, or maybe to read past comments, you can go to this discussions tab and you'll be able to get to it from there. The next tab is grades. And so again, this is exactly what it says. If you need to access your grades and see how you're doing, you can click on this. I try really hard to keep the grades up to date because I know as a student, it's important to you to be able to know where you're at in the class and how you're doing. And that's also a quality of a successful student, that you're always kind of monitoring your progress and where you're at in the class. So I do try really hard to keep the grades up to date. I will tell you that I usually wait until the end of the module to do grades. So if it is a 2-week module, even if you do all of your assignments up front, let's say you get all of your work done within week 1, you may not see grades for those posted until closer to the end of week 2. Sometimes I try to grade along the way as much as I can, especially the discussion boards. I like to interact with you all the time, so I'm not going to wait till the end to do those because I want to be able to talk to you. But if it's, definitely assignments and things that are being posted that aren't due until the end of the 2 weeks, I tend to wait until the end so that I can just grade everyone's at the same time. So do not panic if you have turned something in and you still do not see a grade for it. Sometimes, I wait until the end to get all of those grades updated. But as always, if you have a question about that, if you feel like a grade is incorrect in there, please reach out to me so that I can look at that with you and get that updated. The next 3 options that are listed here are links for you for resources that you might need. The first one is Office 365. You do need Microsoft Word, and I believe at one point you may need Microsoft PowerPoint for some things that we are doing within the class. You have access to download these to your computer for free through Lincoln. So if you do not already have a computer that has Microsoft Word or has these other Office tools in it, you can go to this link and get that. BrainFuse online tutoring. Hopefully you learned about this in your new student orientation, but this is an online tutoring site that you can go to get help for your classes. We also have the Center for Academic Success that has a lot of great resources and help for tutoring in there as well. And then the last one is Circle In. This is a collaborative study platform that you can use. If several of you within this class wanted to use it for FYE 101, you would be able to kind of all be in the same chat room or group room together and could talk to each other, could share notes, could help each other if you were confused about specific assignments. And so I would encourage you to check this out, not only for this class, but for other classes that you're taking here at Lincoln Land. This is a really great study resource, and it has some built-in incentives in there as well that you can earn points and earn prizes the more that you interact and use it. So this is just an extra feature for you if you want to have that collaborative study tool. Okay, so this is the main outline of the course and how you're going to access everything. I hope that made sense. I hope that it feels pretty organized and well laid out for you, but definitely please reach out to me if something is confusing or you're not sure where you need to access anything. But I would say, once you have this course schedule printed, you can create a plan for yourself in terms of, when are all my due dates, and then look at your own schedule, and we'll talk about this in terms of time management as well, but creating a good time management plan. So what days and times do I want to log in and spend time in Canvas? I will tell you, and it's in my syllabus as well, that it's really important that you are logging in on a regular basis and engaging in your online classes. I think online provides you great flexibility to take the classes in addition to working, but one of the downsides of online can be that it's not as structured as an in-person. So it's easy to kind of let it go or to push it to the side or to not give it as much time as you are other classes. And you really are going to need to make sure that you have devoted time to your online classes as well. So you can kind of set that on your own within the module. When do you want to do the discussion board? When do you want to do the journal entry? That type of thing, but you just have to make sure that everything is submitted, by the due date. Okay, so I hope that helped. I hope that gave you kind of a good overview. And like I said, this video will be posted all semester, so you can always go back and look at it and watch it again. And then as you get started in your welcome module and module 1, I think all of that information is really going to help you understand how the course is laid out as well. Okay, so I'm so excited to have you in first year experience online this semester, and please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything at all, and we will communicate on a regular basis throughout the semester. Thanks.